and I'm curious to know your thoughts on this one. I thought with Ashton, it felt more poised, more in control.
Yeah.
Less panicked at times, less hectic.
It was more take what the defense gives you. He gave Auburn more in the running game. I mean, he ran the ball more effectively than Arnold did. And he's
a slippery runner.
And he's more efficient. He was more efficient with his throws. Now, he wasn't asked to do a ton, but he's more efficient with what he did. And he avoided the big mistake. He avoided the big collapse. I think one of the things about it, when you looked at Arnold's finish to that first half against Arkansas, he had thrown 4 straight incompletions prior to that pick 6, and it had gone sideways on him already. And that's the thing with Jackson Arnold. And I would say as Auburn's offense as a whole.
Is there a 3 and out with 3 straight incompletions?
2 incompletions in the sack.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's a completely other thing. But I think when you're Auburn in this situation, your offense has been, you do well, and then when things go sideways, how do you react? How do you respond? How do you counter off of that? And I think that for the most part this season against quality competition, Jackson Arnold has not been able to bounce back. And I think Auburn's offense as a whole has not been able to bounce back. And I would put that on play calling as well. You know, it comes down from coaching and all that. But I think your quarterback's kind of a microcosm of your issues. You throw in Jackson Arnold. And look, Auburn didn't score a touchdown with Ashton Daniels in the game. Right? They had to settle for field goals. So it's not like he came in and lit the world on fire, but he did enough. And I think, I don't have the EPA because, game on paper it got weird last week with the way the play-by-play stats were. But I would imagine Ashton Daniels probably finished that game with a positive EPA compared to Jackson Arnold, who had nothing but negatives at the end of games the last few weeks, and obviously did against Arkansas because that pick 6 is about as damaging of a play as you can get. It's just, can you do enough? And can you do enough? You don't have to be Superman to win that game against Arkansas because Arkansas's defense was that bad. Kentucky's defense is better, but it's not great overall. And Kentucky's got their own. This is another winless team. This is another winless SEC team. So I think when we're looking at it, and Hugh Freeze had said, okay, it's close. We're going to make a decision at the end of the week. We're recording this on Wednesday night. Maybe he says something Thursday about the quarterback, who's going to start or not. I don't buy into at all if you don't say it, Kentucky's got to prepare for both. Well, the man also said there isn't much change between both. There's not much difference.
When I asked about
it's like
I asked what changes from an approach and play calling standpoint,
and there isn't. So
there's
really no difference there. So I don't think you're getting any gamesmanship. There's not a one up strategic advantage.
I've got a theory, which would be that I think that Hugh Freeze wants to keep Jackson Arnold engaged and invested, even if Jackson Arnold isn't the starter this Saturday.
Because heck, what happens if you have another Hank Brown